Well, hello there, everyone. I am Admiral Black.
And I am the future of this business, the end all. I'm actually really hyped about WrestleMania, so I had to make a cool entrance like that. So what are we doing?
We're gonna talk about some Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yasa.
All right, so we've been talking about doing this video for a while.
Yes, sir. All week.
So basically, we talk about the starters and what we want the starters to be. So, current gen, which is X and Y, did this really cool thing where they did RPG characters. You know, you have Greninja, who's the rogue assassin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had Chestnut, which is a
Knight or some type of Paladin.
paladin, and then you have Delphox, which is obviously some type of wizard slash sorceress
Or mage.
or mage.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with I have my own theme. I have my theme. You didn't really have a theme,
No, I didn't.
which is fine because some of the Pokemons actually don't follow themes like the starters. But
Mm-hmm.
I figured, well, they went with an RPG one. I'm gonna go first with this one. I hope they go with a mythical Chinese mythical pattern. So my first one right here is the grass type. It's gonna be kind of like a pumpkin. Have you ever heard of Bubak?
Yes.
Okay. Of course we have. You work on the project with me. Uh, so a Bubak basically is a creature who inhabits it has like a scarecrow pumpkin-like feature. So I figured it'll be cool for us to get a grass and ghost Pokemon. Having started out as a little seedling pumpkin, maybe like an actual pumpkin with legs, kind of like the picture we showed here. And when it evolves, of course, it hits ghost. It becomes a ghost type. The reason
Like a ghost.
the reason it doesn't become a ghost during its basic
Ignore me
stage,
like that.
the reason it doesn't become a ghost during its basic stage is because when the starters start out, they have usually like pound and scratch and tackle, which won't affect it. So when he evolves, he becomes a ghost type. And then last form, it can be the actual Bubak, which I think will be really cool. And I will personally, I want a Bubak. And then we have Admiral's trio.
So I wanted like kind of like a flying type, and I thought like kind of like a grass phoenix would be kind of cool. So a bird that's like a phoenix, but it has grass instead of fire would be kind of cool for a starting Pokemon. So in its first stage, it is just a grass type, just to keep the typing kind of balanced. And then as it evolves and it grows wings and it's able to fly. And I think that'll be kind of pretty fun. We don't have any grass and flyings. I mean, if Aladdin could have been fighting and grass, then I think that maybe we can have a grass and flying.
Okay, I like that. Kind of like a Tropius.
But cooler though.
I don't know. Tropius is pretty awesome.
Tropius doesn't have any evolutions. Are there any other grass and flyings other than Tropius?
Oh yeah, jump ploof or whatever. Well, they are grass and flying.
Nobody want to use them.
I like this, and especially if it's a design kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Although for a phoenix, I'd rather have a kind of like a peacock kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the fire, which I'll let you go first on this one.
All right. So what I wanted from the fire, this is actually the one that I wanted the most, was actually like a bull or some type of like. It evolves into some type of minotaur. So you start out with like a little bull, that's a fire type, and then it evolves into like a bigger bull that actually stands on two legs, and he's kind of hunched over. I think it would be kind of cool, and I don't know, fire and rock is like the first thing that came to my mind. And then if he evolves one more time, he's like a minotaur, like big, two legs, real beefy looking, and I think that'll be pretty cool to have, especially because the fire types have been going by the zodiac, right? Which zodiac is it?
I think in Japanese, or Chinese.
Chinese zodiac. So I think that you have the bull. So I think that having a bull fire type would be kind of cool to see in the next game.
Especially because the picture you provided, the last one actually looks like it could be a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like after Embor, I mean, it's not far fetched for us
Yeah.
to. Okay. Mine again follows the mythical, Chinese mythical, kind of Japanese mythological. Thank you. Forgot how to talk. How to analyze someone talking. So you start out with a little wisp, a little, a little ball of fire, maybe the size of like, your arm length. Not that big. Just fire. Then we have it evolve into a second stage, which kind of looks like a sentient flame. It has little arms, whatnot. You can learn fire punch, if you want it to, whatever. But this time it becomes a fire and fairy, because it'll be cool to have a fire and fairy, and I figured this will be it, starter. And then its final stage or second stage could be whenever it evolves, and I provided a picture of Maramon from Digimon, because this is what I picture it would be, something like this, and it's fire and fairy, you know what I mean? So this is what I would like for a fire type, mainly because, again, I'm going with the whole Japanese mythical theme. So we have the Bubak, now we have the I guess you can call it a sprite or
A wisp.
a wisp. Thank you.
Yeah.
So a flame wisp, which I think was really cool.
You know what's the bad part about that? Like,
What?
actually, the good part is that it's a fire type, fairy and fire. So that means the steel type weakness that fairies have won't really exist with this guy.
Oh yeah.
So
it'll be like regular damage.
yeah. Well, in competitive battling, it'll definitely give him the edge over other types.
Yeah.
Or at least his weakness.
And then we have
Young
jump.
Kappa.
Let's go into the water types. This is actually my pick, my last pick. This is the pick that I actually want. If any of my three happen, this is it. I want a Kappa as a water starter. And if you guys don't know what a Kappa is this frog turtle-like creature. It has a hole in its head where water exists. Sometimes a plate, depending on which water you're reading. They basically live in water and grassy lands. They're known for their strength and speed and a ton of stuff. So I want to start out with a simple Kappa, something cutesy, kind of like I forgot the water starter from that Dawn had.
Oh, Pimplop.
Pimplop. Something cute like a Pimplop maybe. It evolves, it becomes a water and dark, right? It'd be cool for us to have another water and dark. So I wouldn't mind. I know that Greninja was a water and dark, but I wouldn't mind considering we had fire fire and fighting 3 times in a row. I don't think it's far-fetched for us to have water and dark. Maybe the second stage could be him kind of kneeling down, or he walks on 4 legs, but he has a hard shell now, so his defense goes up. And then stage 2, or his final stage, could be Kappa the size of a Golduck, maybe. Or
that's actually a good reference. Golduck.
yeah, the size of a Golduck, maybe slightly bigger than a Golduck. Have it be water and dark. It learns moves such as Shadow Claw. Even Shadow Claw is a Ghost type move. I think will be appropriate because of the way that Kappas look. It can have moves like what's the move?
Well, there's also Night Slash though.
Night Slash. What's the move now that they added where you can use a tail or a tentacle to smack things with? I forgot the name. You know what I'm talking about?
Tail or tentacle.
Yeah, like the descriptions like Pokemon slaps with their, I'll say like with their tentacle or their tongue. You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, there's a move where you can do that. I can't remember the move, so if I find it, we'll put it right here in the video or something.
Yeah.
But the last form, and then like when it uses Hydro Pump, instead of coming out of its mouth, it can come out of the little plate on its head.
Out of his dome.
So you can just like kind of like kneel, because Kappas were known that if you gave them a cucumber, they will kneel down to you, because that's what Kappas eat, cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you gave them a cucumber, they kneel. Well, when he uses Hydro Pump, you can have it where he kneels, and then the water just kind of like comes flying out of it. So that's my pick for the water. Those are my 3 mythical, and then we still have one more for Admiral. Go ahead.
My last one actually was like a little shark. I think it should be like a land shark that's an actual water type, because we got screwed over really bad with Sharpedo. I don't understand how Sharpedo is supposed to be a reference to a shark. It looks like it got like half bitten off, and yeah, I think we actually need something that's like a little shark. So I think in the basic form, it should definitely be like a little miniature shark, something really cute, small, kind of like a Totodile, and then it evolves, and it's like a bigger shark that like walks on 2 legs, or like 2 or 4 legs, and then in its last stage, it's like a really big shark that walks on 4 legs, and the reason I think it should walk on 4 legs is because I don't want it to be like Garchomp. Garchomp walks on 2 legs. It can walk on 2 legs. So I think that if they did do another shark, it should look like a shark. It should resemble a shark, just with legs, and it walks. It like kind of like crawls, kind of like an alligator would.
Okay. And it'll still be all scaly and stuff.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like a normal shark, just not Sharpedo.
I imagine that he'll have more strength and speed, though, because sharks, I mean, arguably you can say sharks are faster on water than on land, so this one will be more strength and defense than actual speed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not bad. Is that it for you, like your thoughts and everything?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really have a theme for mine. I just went with Pokemon that I thought would be kind of cool to have.
Yeah, and that's fine. I just went with the theme because I like the idea of the Bubak. I like the idea of the Wisp, and I like the idea of the Kappa. Like I said, those 3, the Kappa's the one I want to happen. What about from my 3? Which one would you rather happen? The Bubak, the Wisp, or the Kappa?
I'm gonna say the Wisp. I think if we got a fairy starter, that would be very cool. Very, very cool to have, especially his typing. And if he's not a starter, I think that they should at least have something of that type in the game. And I think a Wisp is actually a really good example that they could use for Fire and Fairy, honestly. Yeah. I don't know why they haven't put the Kappa in yet, though, honestly. Like, do you think that from the Japanese...
Well, I thought that Lotad was a Kappa.
Yeah.
But after doing some research and stuff, it's not a Kappa.
It's its own thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, from your list... Would you rather have the Phoenix, the Tauren, or the Shark?
Oh, definitely the Tauren, the bull.
Tauren?
Yeah, that was my first pick, and I think that would work out well because, like I said, we had Pig Knight already, who was basically the same thing. Started out, something small, 4 legs. It kind of grew up to stand on 2 legs, and it is part of the Zodiac, which is what they're actually following. So I think that it would be good to have that as the fire starter for the region.
Okay. From your list, if I had to choose one, it will have to be the land shark. I love the idea of having a shark on 4 legs, kind of like the picture you provided. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a little bit more child friendly because Pokemon likes to water down the designs a little bit to feed their their child world. But I like the idea of a land shark, 4-leg shark. I imagine like it'll have like a fin for a tail or a whatever the tail's called of a shark. Mm-hmm. Have it be like a massive weapon, kind of like Iron Tail and those kind of moves. I like the idea, honestly.
Aquatail.
Aquatail, yeah. I like the idea of the land shark. I think it's really cool. And the fact that you made it pure water, because all our other Pokemons are dual type.
Yeah.
And I like that you made it pure water, because for Alligator and Blastoise were one of my favorites for being pure water.
Yeah, I think that some Pokemon should definitely go back to just being the pure types for a starter. I feel like we're getting so crazy with these dual typing, but we're kind of forgetting about just the normal, basic type, 1-type Pokemon.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so once we get more news, we'll theorize. And so if I get any of mine, I'll actually be so happy. I'll be very happy, honestly.
I think yours would be a pretty cool... It would be a pretty cool system for them to follow, honestly. If they go from doing RPGs to like mythical creatures, that would be pretty cool.
But that's everything for today. Thank you for coming. Make sure you subscribe to Planet Nerdom. If this is your first time, make sure you leave a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to check out some of our social medias down below. And thank you.
Thank you for watching.